Fifth graders. This little video is going to help you really understand your homophones assignment for this week. And we can consider homophones to be kind of tricky words in the English language, mostly because they aren't always what they seem. And homophones are words that sound alike but are spelled differently, and that's what makes them so tricky. Usually homophones have completely different meanings though. So we're going to go over the words that are on your assignment for this week just so that you better understand them and you don't make mistakes in your work this week. So the first set of words that you are going to encounter this week are new, new, and new. The first one, new, N-E-W, is an adjective. And this word means something that is not old or that is relatively fresh to you or to something else. So our example here is the woman bought a new car that no one else had ever driven. The next example is new, K-N-E-W. This is a verb, so it's an action word. It is the past tense of the word know, which means to have some understanding of something. It's also related to the word knowledge. So our example for this is the dog knew several tricks. So if you think about it, you could replace this word with the dog had knowledge of several tricks. And if you do it that way, then you should use the K-N-E-W. The third form is new, and this is an animal. It's related to the antelope, and it has a long head, a beard, and a mane, and a sloping back. And the example for this is when we went to the zoo, we saw a gnu from Africa. And there's a little picture of it, so I bet you've seen these before, like especially in The Lion King or something like that. The next two words are blue and blue. Blue, B-L-U-E, is an adjective. It's a color. The example for this is the sky was a beautiful blue with clouds. The next one, blue, B-L-E-W, is a verb, which means it's an action word. It's the past tense of blow, and this means to move with air. So our example for this, the cold wind blew in December. Our next two words are past and past. This is a tricky set of words. I see this happen frequently for fifth graders, that you get them confused just with the spelling. So past, P-A-S-S-E-D, is a verb, and we can tell it's a verb because it ends with that ed. It means to go to a different place, a different level, or a different state of being. So we could say, I passed to the next room. That would be a different place. A different level might be, I passed from 5th grade to 6th grade. Or a different state of being might be when a loved one has passed. It means that they are no longer living. So the example here is the cars passed one by one, over the bridge. Past, P-A-S-T, is a noun. It is a time period before the one that you are in currently. So yesterday was in the past. So the example here is the colonies were formed long ago in the past. Now there's another way that past can be used. It can be an adjective, a describing word. It could mean something has gone by in time. So the example for this one is the due date for your assignment is now past. And what that tells us is the word past tells us that the assignment is no longer something that you can do. So that makes it a describing word. Kind of tricky there. The next two words are here and here. H-E-R-E is an adverb, which is a describing word that describes how or where something is done. So it means to be in or at a place or a position. So here's your example for this. We have lived here for a long time. So that word here describes where we have lived. The word here, H-E-A-R, this one you can help yourself remember, has to do with getting sound through the ear. It actually has the word ear in it. So if you help yourself remember that, that's one good way to remember which one you're needing to use. So the example for this, she turned up the volume on the TV so she could hear the news. Our final set for this set of homophones is one of the trickiest ones ever, and that's two, two, and two. So the first one, to, is what we call a preposition, which means it's not really an action, it's not really a noun, it's kind of its own thing. But it does mean to go toward or to mean also until. So here's our example for this one. Because of the storms, we will wait to go to the lake. So you actually get a couple of them. You get it in the first. To go means to move forward, and to the lake means we're going to go forward to the lake. The next one, TOO, is an adverb, which means it describes how or when something is done. So this means also. It can also mean an excess or too much of something. So here we go. Our first example is the one for also. Her little brother wanted to go to the store too. At the restaurant, and this one is for the excess, at the restaurant he ate too much food and didn't feel good. The last two that we're going to talk about is TWO. This one is unique because it is a number. So it's not really a verb, it's not really a noun. It can actually kind of almost fall into the adjective category when it's telling how much. So it means an amount that is the same as 1 plus 1, or any other way that you could come up with to make 2. So our example here, there were 2 students who could whistle. So I hope these help you out. Make sure if you get stuck on something, go back to the video, and you are certainly welcome to stop and watch it again if you need to. If you have questions, make sure you send your teacher a message and let us know if you still need some help. Have a great day.